I wanted to record and share this with the internet world. Um, Working in technology for close to 20 years now, 16 of those spent as a project manager, technical project manager. I've worked on a lot of technology projects, artificial intelligence, you name it. I've delivered some pretty awesome projects and I've done some pretty cool work with technology. Being in the environment we're in right now in our country, like I explained in a different video, I have taken the opportunity to start reselling and doing things, and it's a lot of hard work to do stuff like this. And every time I go on the internet or I go on Facebook, I see reels of all these side hustles, all these magical ways to make money online, and all these new apps, and you name it. I'm here to tell you they're all scams, okay? They're all super scams. As I was saying, most of the videos and things you see for these side hustles and all this stuff, I swear to Christ, it's a scam. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Go by the old adage that anything worth doing takes time, effort, and a lot of dedication. And here's the other part that no one wants to realize, and I keep seeing it over and over again. Consistency. You have to be consistent. You got to show up every day. You got to show up every week, and you got to put in the time and effort to do stuff. I'm talking about also from my professional career. You got to take the steps. You have to do the research. You have to do the trial and error. You have to ask the questions. And most of all, I think that a lot of people aren't talking about, you have to observe. You have to sit and watch how a community or how something works before you just jump in. Also, I've been DJing for a long time. I'm retired. I don't DJ anymore. But when I started this back in the 90s, I kind of did the same thing. I had to observe and watch and get involved and start learning the whole process. Records, turntables, you name it. I had to learn from the ground up. And anything worth doing, you have to learn from the ground up. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the research, and you have to put in, again, like I said, consistency. You have to show up every day. Every day that you show up is going to be a different challenge, a different outcome, and sometimes things will fall in place too. You know, life has its ups and downs. It balances out. But if you don't put in the hard work, it's not going to work out. So, to reiterate and recap, all these things you see online with all this technology, all this side hustle, all this make all these $1,000 an hour, blah, blah, blah. I can tell you, probably 90% of it is a wholehearted scam. And someone out there is getting money from your bank account, hoping that you can do all the shortcuts and skip all the steps and make money and get rich overnight. Or, I don't know, everybody wants to be a content creator like I'm also doing now. I'm creating content, but you know what? I like doing this. I'm not expecting to get rich. But if I'm going to make money, like I just said, I got to show up every day. I got to show up every week. I got to put in the hard work. And I got to realize that if I'm going to get paid, it's going to rely on me. Nobody's going to make magical money on the internet like that. I mean, some people do. I guess you can show your boobs and whatnot. And even then, you have to put in a lot of work. Those platforms don't have success overnight, even if you're showing your boobs. Like I said, everything takes hard work. Everything takes dedication. And there are going to be those instances where you think that things are so much easier. Everybody's promising you all these magical things, and it sounds good sometimes. But again, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.